I wish I could.
Forever.
For the next 2 weeks, I can at least show you the 14-day forecast here in a little bit. It looks pretty nice. No, today we made it into the low 70s. We actually had a high of 73 degrees. Not bad considering the normal this time of year is 63 degrees. So we were 10 degrees above normal. Nowhere near the record of being 93, but that's almost too hot. Too soon for that. This is our Cedar Hill Cameron. It is absolutely gorgeous. I'm just going to step out of the way so you can see that. That sunset is beautiful. We've got mostly clear skies, a few high clouds out to the west. And, for the rest of this evening, we're going to be staying mostly clear and pretty warm. We're sitting at 64 degrees in Greenville. We're at 70 in Denton, still 79 over in Breckenridge and 80 degrees right now in Abilene. But, just compared to this time yesterday, we're nearly 10 degrees above where we were this time yesterday. We're actually 11 degrees above that in Sulphur Springs, but 10 above in Wichita Falls. It is just going to get even nicer for the rest of the week, it looks like. But overnight tonight, obviously it's going to be a little bit chilly. Temperatures drop down into the 40s and into the 50s. We're dropping to about 50 degrees in Breckenridge, 45 in downtown Dallas, 41 in Greenville, and about 45 degrees in Sherman. So lots of low to upper 40s. And it's a good thing we're going to be well above freezing because there's going to be a little bit of moisture in the form of fog. We are expecting that dense fog to redevelop overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning, which is why we do have that dense fog advisory for all along and east of I-35. So visibilities will be pretty low tomorrow morning. You're going to have to give yourself some extra time. We will likely see the commute take maybe a little bit longer than normal. Now, tomorrow's temperatures look very similar to what we had today. I expect us to be back into the low 70s, about 73 degrees in downtown Fort Worth, 76 in Bowie, 76 in Mineral Wells, and about 72 tomorrow afternoon in Corsicana. These numbers are going to stick around. I think we see 60s and 70s for the rest of the week. We actually have a cold front coming in by the time we get into, looks like Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday evening. And out ahead of it, we are expecting a lot more cloud cover. So I'm going to show you the time cast because with this particular cold front, there will be a chance of rain as well, but not until later in the evening. In fact, this is going to be 7 o'clock on Wednesday evening, and the coverage of rain, it looks to be very low. We're going to go with about 10 to 20% coverage during that time, but for sure, we're going to have a lot of clouds around. The rain chances start to pick up once we get into late Wednesday night. So I'm actually going to stop the clock now at midnight Wednesday night and show you that the coverage is starting to increase a little bit more, especially in some of our southern counties. So we're going to go with about a 30% coverage. By the time we get to our morning commute on Thursday, I think a lot of the rain is going to be off to the south and east, and in downtown Dallas, we should be pretty dry. So for Wednesday evening and into Wednesday night, overall coverage is going to be low, but the farther south you go, that coverage will be a little bit higher. So for tonight, chilly. Temperatures eventually drop down into the middle 40s. The fog will be redeveloping by overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning. But later in the afternoon, we're going to see lots of sunshine. It's going to be beautiful. Temperatures back in the low 70s. 14-day forecast showing the cold front will eventually come through again on Wednesday. So temperatures drop down into the upper 60s, but that's still above normal. By Friday, we're going to be in the low 70s. This weekend looks nice. Saturday, partly sunny, but Sunday, we do have a 30% coverage of rain and storms. Looking at that last 7 days of the 14, it still looks nice and warm. We're keeping the 60s and 70s around. We also have a chance of rain and storms. And by the time we get into that next Saturday, we are going to be springing forward later that